this is Tomlin from TomlinHarmonicaLessons.com, and this week's harmonica lesson is a kind of strategy lesson for how you can really develop a harmonica solo by exploiting different areas of the blues scale. And that's even if all you can play is from holes 1 to hole 6 of the blues scale in second position. So for this lesson, you will need a harmonica in the key of C. I'm going to be playing in second position in the key of G, but really that's not the important bit. The important bit is going to be the strategy. So the strategy for kind of developing a solo, the main idea that I want to kind of get you thinking about is not doing everything at once. So not using your big guns straight away. Because I know that a lot of people, they discover that the 4-draw, for example, is a really good wailing note. And so when it's their turn to take a solo, they do something like that kind of thing. And it's a really powerful move. But then once they've done that, they're not really sure what to do next. And that's because they've gone for their most powerful move first. So what I like to try and do, and this is kind of with the premise that I'm going to be able to play for 3 times round a 12-bar blues. So that doesn't always happen, but if you get that opportunity, and especially if you're playing with a backing track, you have that opportunity, you're going to build it up gradually. And the way you're going to do that is by starting at the lower end of the harmonica for the first 12-bar blues. So what we're going to do, we're just going to use holes 1, 2, and 3, and you're not going to allow yourself to go above holes 1, 2, and 3. So let's have a listen to what that sounds like. Okay, so I kept things very simple and I stayed in the lower end of the harmonica, so it sounded a little bit quieter, a little bit more muted. I didn't do any big wailing notes. And then, over the next 12-bar blues, what you're going to do is you're going to start adding in the 4-hole and maybe a little bit of the 5-hole, but you're still not going way up there and you're still not really hammering those wailing notes just yet. So that's going to sound a little bit like this. Okay, so hopefully you can hear that the energy is starting to build a little bit, but we've not quite gone for our money shots just yet. But they're coming. In the next 12-bar blues, you're going to move up to add in the 5-hole and the 6-hole. So now you've got the full range of the harmonica at your disposition, and you can really go for it and start using some of your more exciting licks. Okay, so we have gone through the development of starting the beginning of your solo at the lower end of the harmonica and being quite understated, not doing too much, then adding in a little bit more by adding in the 4-hole in the second 12 bars. And then finally, in the final 12 bars, we're going to the higher end of the harmonica, 4-draw, 5-draw, 6-blow, and really developing into a slightly more energetic finale. So that means that you've developed the solo rather than just kind of gone in guns blazing. And it makes it a lot more interesting for the listener. And if you're comfortable playing above hole 6, you can use exactly the same principle, but just use more holes each time. So maybe for the first 12 bars, you could kind of do holes 1 to 4. For the next 12 bars, you can start adding in kind of 4, 5, and 6. And then for the final 12 bars, you can use the whole range up to the 9 hole or 10 hole if you want to add in a little bit at the top. That's totally fine. But the premise is to break up your solo and gradually build rather than giving it everything right from the beginning. All right, so I'm going to put all of that together so you can hear how the solo develops, but before I do that, I just want to thank you very much for watching this lesson. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up by hitting the like button below. And if you want to get a kind of checklist of those ideas and some strategies for improvisation, just click on the link in the description below. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, just hit the subscribe button below, because I put out a new lesson every Wednesday and I wouldn't want you to miss out on the next one. And right, now I'm going to play you out with my developed 12-bar blues solo. So I'm doing 3 times round, and I'm going to use the strategy that I've shown you today.